brings all this light and heat. Time to take a stand, boys, time to make a choice. Time to find our courage, time to be deployed. Make our only stand here, make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Oh, here's why we're fighting. It's about the bite. Let the writers writing settle wrong from right. In a time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war. Souls in the ruins, rubble in the streets, corpses near the buildings, all this light and heat. Time to take a stand, boys, time to make a choice. Time to find our courage, time to be deployed. Make our only stand here, make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past the future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss the ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm talking about, fighting the war. Actually, I don't want war. I'm kind of on the whole side of peace and all that, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, as the sirens fade out in the background. What's going on, Arvanauts? Welcome to a Friday night stream. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Welcome to day 5 of Chrono Trigger. Or as I just said on Twitter recently, let's do the time warp again. I hope everyone out there is doing well. Good to see everyone. And yeah, we're going to be moving on to some more Chrono Trigger. A couple things first. As always, you guys know how to help out the stream. ! CTT. And I know, by the way, I say this every stream. I do it because if I have new folks in there, I want to let them know. But it's also as a reminder because it really does help the stream when you do this. So it would really be appreciated if you're able to tweet out the stream, if you're able to spread the word about the show. All that stuff really does a lot of good. So ! CTT will tweet out the stream. ! ArvTube will get you over to my YouTube channel where you can check out past broadcasts of the stream. ! Steam group will get you over to the Arvanauts Steam group where you can hang out with us in between casts and talk about all and sundry. And then, of course, ! Arvtreon, ARVTREON, will pull up my Patreon page and you can support the channel that way. That's basically my equivalent of a sub button until I get partnered by Twitch, and so that would be much appreciated. There are lots of benefits over there. Shortly, I'm going to be doing the Patreon-only draw for the month for a free game draw, and that's going to be happening pretty soon. But on top of that, that, there's also other cool things like my writing you an epic poem, like my critiquing your writing, and you know, other cool things of that sort. Plus the things that we get for the channel, including voting on things for me to play and stuff like that. So all of that is a possibility. Day 5 of Chrono Trigger today. Tomorrow, late in the evening, probably sometime between 9 and 10, is going to be Icewind Dale. So definitely check that out as we continue our long-ranging adventure with the Infinity and Beyond crew. But it should be happening tomorrow, which should be fun. Then next week, I don't know if I'll be streaming on Monday. I will definitely be streaming on Tuesday during my normal stream with some more Chrono Trigger, and then I will be heading off again for about a week and a half or so to Seattle. Going to be visiting family, and of course on August 20th, I have the big event from Harebrained Schemes Studios in Seattle, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, where I will be doing a few hours of voiceover for Shadowrun Returns Hong Kong with myself, Trendane, who I see in here, who was nice enough to sing just now. Trendane will be doing that, and Gray Dybbuk, another one of my regulars as well. Paul Simon is late in the evening with the music seeping through. Good song, Paul Simon. So yes, so Trendane will be there. Gray Dybbuk will be there, virtually be there in any case. And my friend Russ Guverman, who is a professional voiceover guy, an improv artist and comedian in LA. All three of those guys will be joining me, along with someone from the Harebrained Studios staff at the Harebrained Scheme Studios, to do the first few hours of Shadowrun Returns Hong Kong. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's a big deal. It's exclusive to Twitch. No one else is doing it on Twitch. And so, again, spreading that word and let everyone know would be much appreciated. Then when that's done, I'm going to get back here. I'll be home for about a week or so, and then my last trip of a very busy summer will be going down to Atlanta, Georgia, where I'm going to be in Dragon Con, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing a few panels down there, and a reading and a workshop, and sort of taking in what is all of the most impressive looking thing ever in terms of like size of convention. It's pretty huge and pretty crazy from what I hear, so I'm going to be doing that. And then I'll be back, and I'll be starting my fall semester, and I'll have a much more sort of normal schedule that doesn't involve travel. Although Arvbox has really done a great job, so I'm really happy with my portable rig, but that's the deal with that. Last thing I want to mention, by the way, is that after Chrono Trigger is finished, we're going to be moving on to, depending on what's come out at that point, it might be Shadowrun Returns Hong Kong. That might be the next thing up. We'll definitely have a Fighting Fantasy game book in there somewhere, by the way. And then after that, we're looking at a couple of other possibilities. If Arkham Knight is out by then, I may take a try at that. I have been jonesing to play some Sherlock Holmes. Okay, sounds good, Trending. So I've been jonesing to play some Sherlock Holmes, and I may do sort of a little mini Sherlock Holmes marathon with you guys, because I think that might be fun. So I might do that. Obviously, Sword Coast Legends is going to be coming out. I'm looking forward to that. And various other developer events and stuff like that. Heroes of Might and Magic, Assassin's Creed 4 still waits in my box to be played at some point. So at some point, I will do all of those things. But Chrono Trigger for now, Icewind Dale tomorrow, then more Chrono Trigger, and on we go from there. Before I switch over to my main screen, let me say hi to my wonderful people that are in chat. Hello, first of all, to Zcat. What's up, Trendane? Hello, TNS. What's up, Sykes? What's going on, Smacky? What's up, Kais? Hello, Tokens. What's going on, Parker? Hello, Cracked. What's up, Chuck Finley? Hello, Blackberry Bear. And, of course, my wonderful mods. What is up, Lego Freak? What is up, Apples? Thank you guys all for being here as we start out the stream tonight. Any chance of me playing Metal Gear? Maybe. You know, I played the first Metal Gear. Let's see. I played Metal Gear 1. I played Metal Gear 2. I think I played the first... I want to say I played the first Metal Gears on PlayStation. So I played Metal Gear... Oh, God, was it Sons of Liberty? It was Sons of the Patriots or Sons of the something. That was the last one that I played. And then at that point, the series was already getting a little too weird for me. And now, then I mean, I don't know whether I could say that jumped the shark. I'm not sure that it was ever a shark for it to jump in the first place. But I do like, Metal Gear was kind of fun. And I wouldn't mind playing that again at some point. But I'm not 100% sure that that's kind of the next thing that would be on the docket for me. It's sort of in my wheelhouse. You know what I actually would love? I have to say, and I've thought about this with like the Jason Bourne stuff. If anyone has a recommendation, that would be cool. So you guys know my big deal is, actually, before I say all of this, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this, and let me turn on this. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good to see everybody. Today I am wearing my Whalers hat matched with, they call me Dice Whisperer. So, but I actually would be interested about this Metal Gear 5. It looks... good, bad, indifferent, just strange. Yeah, I might be interested in that, Tokens. And actually, I'll give you guys, you know, all my intrepid researchers out there. So you guys know that I love fantasy and science fiction, and I do. But I have to say that there's one set of games, one series of games that I don't see enough of, and that is I really like international espionage, spy thriller type stuff. I like Jason Bourne. I love James Bond. I love The Equalizer. I dig that kind of La Femme Nikita. I love that kind of deal. And I feel like there haven't been a lot of games in that area. There is a Jason Bourne game, which was okay from what I understand. But there hasn't been a lot of stuff like that. Splinter Cell is kind of like, it's not quite in my wheelhouse. Same thing with Hitman. But there was a game called Spycraft that I played years ago that I really liked because it was kind of like that combination of political intrigue and things of that kind. But if anybody knows about stuff like that and wants to recommend a game to me, which you don't have to do now, you can if you want, but you don't have to. You could just drop it to me in Twitch message or whatever. Let me know about that because I would be interested in some kind of like spy-oriented game. Yeah, I've seen Invisible Link. That looks okay, but that's a little... Again, that feels not as sort of... I'm looking for... what I would love is a spy role-playing game. If there was like a spy adventure or a spy role-playing game, I'd be all about that. Yeah, you know, I haven't seen Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I'd like to see that. 3 Days of the Condor was badass. With Robert Redford, that was an awesome movie. Sneakers was good too. That was sort of in similar, not spy so much, but in a similar wheelhouse. Also, Day of the Jackal, really, really cool sort of spy-related one. So any of those are possibilities. Megs. I don't know that I know. I don't think I've ever... Oh, you nominate Metal Gear Solid. I see. Well, I'd have to think about what one. That's a possibility. Papers, Please. Listen, man, Cracked, you know what? Papers, Please was one of the most successful games we played on this channel. If there was a Papers, Please 2, I would play it tomorrow. I thought Papers, Please was great. It was fun times. Hey, we got our first bot of the evening. Goodbye, bot. Alpha Protocol. Wait a minute. It's an espionage RPG? Espionage RPG. Really? You know, I heard of Alpha Protocol. Wait a minute. I'm going to go look it up right now. Alpha Protocol. Really? Alpha Protocol. I've heard of it, but I never played it. Alpha Protocol, the espionage RPG. Literally is the espionage RPG. Okay. Is it any good? Spy RPG. Well, I mean, I do like Obsidian. I love RPGs and I love spies. So if it's a spy RPG, then probably. I definitely liked Indigo Prophecy, which is not spy, but I liked Indigo Prophecy when it came out. It says it's like Mass Effect meets James Bond. Mass Effect meets James Bond. Really? Is this game any good, or am I gonna start playing it and then be super disappointed? Dude, Mass Effect meets James Bond? That sounds like my jam. I guess, and I'm thinking about it. I guess Deus Ex is sort of in this like wheelhouse a little bit, but Deus Ex doesn't have a lot of like investigation stuff and like, I don't know, tech thriller type of things. That's cool. Why did I not see this before? Alpha Protocol. Some people like it, some hate it. CRPG fans mostly love it. Yeah, I agree with that, Beljora. Interesting. Loyalty carries a price. No one knows this more than Agent Michael Thornton, a talented young agent cast out by his government. Thornton's the only one of the information needed to stop an impending international catastrophe. To do so means he must cut himself off from the very people he's sworn to protect. As players determine... Yeah, I thought about that. Tokens. I thought about that. The fact that maybe Deus Ex Human Revolution might fit in this category. But I always get confused as to whether Deus Ex Revolution is the one that everybody hated or whether Deus Ex Human Revolution people liked. Every choice the player makes is Michael Thornton or carry consequences of the future and fate of the world. Why was this not on my radar screen more? I mean, 2010's a while away, but I mean, it was a while back, but Mass Effect-like RPG elements. Interesting. You know what? I'm going to add this to my previously non-existent wish list. Alpha Protocol, the espionage game, has been added. I may try that. I like spies. The question is, though, Mosky, now here's a question for you guys, and then we're going to play Chrono Trigger. Again, my apologies, still getting over this cold. You enjoyed it? If it's any kind, all right, no, that I appreciate that. Is Invisible War is the one that everyone hates? Okay. Would you guys like watching a spy game? Would you guys like watching a spy game? I have a feeling that people would like that. I feel like people would enjoy that kind of stuff. For some reason, I've been jonesing for that kind of stuff. Like Sherlock Holmes, spy stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's because it's been too long since the last Bourne movie. I want more, and I also was noticing Mission Impossible. Are there any legit Mission Impossible games? Maybe. Sure, and depends. What's up, 5x9? Depends on what, Beljor? I gotcha. Okay. You would only enjoy watching a spy game if you're looking the whole time. If you were looking the whole time like a ninja, like... Okay. You'd rather see that than a JRPG? Okay. Well, it'll be a little while since I hit another JRPG, except for Chrono Trigger. I can't help you with that, Parker. I am enjoying Chrono Trigger. But when I finish that, I promise, no more JRPGs for a while. I gotcha. The question is, and I'm actually going to... This is something you guys can maybe help me with as I'm playing tonight. If anyone could do a little research for me and just double check and find out, and if, you guys don't have to do that, but if you're just watching me and you want to check out something in the meantime, it would be cool if I could find out if they did some corrections on it. Because when I played Knights of the Old Republic 2, when that game came out, Knights of the Old Republic 2 was not even really finished, arguably. But there were a lot of fan, mods and things like that that ultimately brought it up to speed. So by the time I played it, I basically was playing the completed game. Same thing with Arcanum. Arcanum Magica Steamworks, that game was a really cool game. But before I got to it, that game was an unplayable, buggy mess. But it was fixed by the time I got to it because it had been so long. So if that happened, that would be pretty cool. JRPGs are the best. Yeah, they do split the community. Not our community too much, but there's a little bit of that where some people are not as big on JRPGs. It's something about the style, Kais. Like, as far down the road as I'm probably willing to go, Chrono Trigger, although it's technically a Japanese RPG, has got a lot of Western feel to it as well. I would say The Legend of Heroes is probably the most J of the JRPGs that I've played on here, which include like Final Fantasy VI and this game and Chrono Trigger that I'm playing right now. And that's probably as far as I'd want to go. Like the farther, more than that is probably, it's too much like anime, and I'm just not really an anime guy, with apologies to those who like it. So, anyway, something to think about. All right. Alpha Protocol. For some reason, I know I had heard of it, but I just kind of, I don't know. For some reason, it was not on my radar screen. I will check that out. I shall do what I can. With that said, yeah, no, Trails in the Sky was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And the fact that I had to come back to it on 2 separate occasions, because the one time I had to stop for Pillars of Eternity, and the second time I had to stop for something else. I think it was The Witcher, and I still managed to finish it, indicates that I really liked it. So it was cool. Can you argue that Sith Lords was unfinished? It was not complete in the way that it should have been at first. But they finally finished it up. I like Coder 2. Problem with Coder 2 is that once you add all the fan mods and all the stuff, it's bloated. Coder 2 could have, I think it took me about 86 hours to get through that game. They could have cut in good 10, 15 hours off of that, and they would have had a much more sort of closely refined product. I'm starting to think that for RPGs, a lot of the sweet spot for me is somewhere between 50 and 70 hours. In between that range, I find you've had a good story, you've developed things quite a bit, you've moved along, but it hasn't overstayed its welcome. And I do find that when I get past that, it starts to become difficult. Now, there's exceptions. Skyrim, I put about 135, 140 hours into, but Skyrim was different because Skyrim had so many different things you could do that you could just come back to it again and again and again. So that was a long-ranging game. But, like Mass Effect 2, I think was right around that, maybe 71 hours, 72, something like that. Legend of Heroes was like 55 hours. The Final Fantasy VI, I don't remember, but it was a little lower than that. The console games are a little bit lower than that. But Shadowrun Returns, when you add in Dragonfall, that was probably about 55 hours. So somewhere in there is usually the sweet spot for me, I find. Less than that, it's a little bit not as satisfying. More than that, and it kind of is going on. Sounds like the entire Star Wars series. Yes. Yeah, we had to talk about that, actually, Parker and I did at Gen Con a little bit, about some about art, about which Parker knows much more than I do, but still. So they could cut half of the Star Wars movies. Yes. Hey, listen, hope springs eternal, right, Chuck? I'm hoping this next one is going to give us something good. All right, we can continue this conversation, but first, Chrono Trigger. Let's get into it. Star Wars The Old Republic still part of the canon or not? I'm really annoyed by the crap they pulled last year. I don't know. I can't follow that. I feel like I'm glad that Disney has taken over Star Wars. No matter what happens, I'm glad Disney has taken over in this one single respect. Disney, whatever you can say about them, Disney really understands continuity. And that's one of the reasons why they were able to work so well with Marvel, which also understands continuity. And that's why Avengers and Avengers 2 and Thor and Ant-Man and Iron Man and Captain America and all that don't just fall all over each other. They actually manage to follow a reasonably consistent, coherent world. And that's because Marvel understands continuity, and in turn, their parent company, Disney, understands it. So I like the continuity that we get from some of them. Lucas, I feel like, was a little all over the place. You know, actually, who else understands continuity in gaming? Blizzard. I've had friends who have written for the Warcraft universe, have written novels and serializations and things like that. The stuff they give you if you're going to write on Warcraft is a Bible like this. Like the Blizzard, like the lore Bible is crazy. They do not screw around when it comes to continuity. So they are big time into it. Oh, interesting tokens. Interesting. Yeah, Chuck. Well, listen, the duel at the end of Phantom Menace, which, by the way, was the best part of all three movies. Of all the three movies, the first three movies, that duel with Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon was epic. That was ridiculous. It was an amazing lightsaber battle, and I hate to say this, it was even better lightsaber battle than the battle in Cloud City between Vader and Luke, and the second battle between Darth and Luke in Return of the Jedi. That lightsaber battle between Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul was ridiculous. It was awesome. So that was amazing. And I mean, not just amazing as an action scene. It had emotional content. It was great. But you can't make an entire 3-movie arc based on one really awesome scene, which is kind of what they did. But yeah. They really did get nuts. Exactly, Mosky. Blizzard loves retcons. What's up, Chris? Yeah, I know. But see, Messiah, even there, though, they try to retcon a little bit, but they try to come up with good explanations as to why. I'm just saying, they don't let stuff just kind of fly all over the place. They don't reboot things 65 different times without explaining the differences between the 65 different times, at least. So we got that going on. And as far as the lore of Warcraft, I agree with you, Mosky. That's one of the problems that I have with MMOs in general, I got to be honest. Like when I'm playing an MMO, I like to actually read the lore because, you know, see my logo all the way over there. Story, right? It's about story for me. And when I don't get a chance to see the story, this is what turned me off to Dungeons & Dragons Online. I walked into the first dungeon, and I'm reading the first little, with like some pickup group of people, and I'm reading the first little thing at the front of the dungeon. It's like, created by the great wizard Kelvin Black, and all of a sudden so they're like, hey, all right, and all of a sudden like all the traps are going off and doors are closing, and I hear monsters. I'm like, the hell's going on? And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. We've done this before. So literally I could have just sat in the dungeon while they blew through the dungeon. And I'm like, this is not Dungeons & Dragons. Dungeons & Dragons is not, let's run as fast as we can through everything so we can get some fat loots. That is not D&D. So it happens with MMOs, I'm afraid, quite a bit. Oh, no. Don't get me wrong, Five. As far as an emotional reveal, that moment with Darth Vader was crazy. In fact, I'll tell you guys a funny story, and then we really do have to get into this. They have retcons with no explanations? I don't know. Maybe Messiah, but I agree with that, Parker. Yeah, I agree. What was I going to say? Yeah, Five. I was in the theater when watching, which, you know, 42, so. But I was in the theater watching when Darth Vader revealed to Luke, you know, I am your father. And Luke's like, no, that's impossible. That whole thing. So I'm sitting in the theater, and when that happens, first of all, everybody in the theater is like, oh, like everyone is like shocked, right? It's the first time they've seen it. And then my dad, and God bless my dad, God rest his soul. But my dad leans down to me. He's like, well, of course, I realized that already because in Latin, Vader means Darth Vader means Earth Father. So I knew that he was. I'm like, Dad, are you? The movie is going on. Like my dad was so funny. He could be like, let me analyze the reasons. I was like, oh God, Dad. But yeah, Darth Vader, man, was legit. Speed D&D kills, right, tokens? Yeah. So, all right. Anyway, let's get into the games, people. Let's do it up. Okay. I am trying to find a crest that I can break using my new pendant. Return of the Jedi and E.T. were the first movies. I saw E.T. When I saw... I don't know if you felt this way, Parker. Maybe not. When I saw E.T. in the theaters, E.T. freaked me the hell out. Oh my god, the scene where they're doing the testing and like the men are all dressed in the suits, that I was like, oh my god, did that scare me. So freaky. Do I have to race every time? So I have to face him every time, huh? Woo! Oh, really, Chuck? Yeah, that's a great moment. It's a great moment. No, I was saying that, Beljora. That's what I'm saying. Lucas was not as good at this. Alright, yeah, I beat you. I beat you the last time, too. Son? Oh, you can run through the ruins? Oh, okay. Well... good to know, I guess. I don't mind losing to the guy as long as I can just do what I need to do. It's a sewer access. Now, the only... oh, shoot. I don't remember where... I don't remember where the crest was. I hope it's here. I hope it's here. Hey, hey, what's up, Sir TV? I'm hoping it's here. I think so. But I don't know 100% if that's what this is. Shoot, I don't remember if it's down here. Uh-oh, no. That's not what I meant to do. I don't think this is it. Yeah, okay. That's what I figured, yeah. Oh, nice. 6 a.m., man. That's 6 a.m., 6 in the morning stream, though. Let's save this. There. I think... actually, you know what? To escape me from... so here I am going to ask for a specific assistance. Can you guys remind me where the place was that Josie, the robo, was telling me about? Was it here? Was it the sewer access here? Was it here down below? The Aerosdome, or is it through these ruins that I have to get to that crest that that Josie's talking about? Can you guys tell me? Because he showed it to me when he had his little vision, and I don't remember where it was. Is it through the sewer access? Yeah. Ah, colds. Fun with colds. I have no idea. Well, I got a couple of experts. It is a sewer access? Okay. Okay. Cool, thank you. Whoa. Bandits! Must report to Sir Crawley! Sir Crawley? Oh my gosh. I'm fighting one of the fighters from NES Pro Wrestling. I like that you can hit him from the bridge like that. Many things, Beljora. Many things. Listen, as long as she can put together Volt Bite, she can be as crazy as she wants. What? There was a bridge here. I saw it. Ribbit. Fool. Ribbit. There's nothing here. But it's true. Ribbit. Someone's coming. Let's scram. Ribbit. Digging this music. Must be a secret. I know. Poor Gorf. Bad place. Much danger. What? For all that, you had to make an... Really? Ooh, what do we have here? Here's a diary. Here's the last page. It's all over. The fishmen attack if I make even the slightest noise. I'd rather have my gums scraped than have to fight these fiends. I feel like getting your gums scraped, as uncomfortable as that no doubt is just not going to be anywhere as bad. Oh, cat. What? God damn it. You try to be nice to a cat, and this is what you get. That right there is the problem with cats, people. You try to befriend a cat, suddenly you're attacked by mermen. Speaks like Doge memes. That's true, Smacky. That's the next wave. We started with Oculus Rift, and now we've gone straight into smell-o-vision. Yeah, Kitty sold me out. I know. Oh, excuse me. So later on tonight, don't forget to remind me to tell you guys a story. A hilarious story about a game and a scam. I read about a game and a scam, and I'll talk more about it later on today. It was pretty funny. What the... Okay, so we made a cat sound. So the cat meowed and all the mermen showed up. We kick a can and all the mermen showed up. I think I'm seeing a pattern. Ah, nice, Stevie. Eggs and bacon time. Very nice. I hope that bacon is extra crispy. So, TV, I hope that's some extra crispy bacon. I do like me some bacon, but I'm not about mighty number scam. Vincent Price. Yeah, there was. There was indeed. See, now I'm going to make a noise. Can I pick it up? No. Ooh. Nice. What? God bless America. You know, I have Better TTV, but for some reason, Better TTV does not seem to have the Sour Please thing working. I don't know why that is. Yep, save point sold you out. I know. What the... Edger? Am I fighting freaking... silly putty eggs? That cheese in the safe one, I know. Experience points to tech points. Lovely. Oh, interesting. Maybe that's why. Oh, that's the other side of it. Huzzah. Now I just gotta get there. Wait. What? There's a bridge. Alright, so I opened that. Something off to the right. I can't tell if that's, like, down and to the right. I guess we'll find out. I don't like things like this because it's like a random bridge appearance. You're like, what? There you go, Thorg. Easter sold me out. I like this meme, Smacky. Easter sold me out. Alright, now I know the deal. Not touching any of this nonsense. Screw you, cat. I know your deal. I know your little game. Maybe I needed to go that whole way to do this stuff, so I actually went the right way. Nice. Nice. Silly putty is spreading all over the sewer. I always like some silly... First thing I wanted to do with the silly putty was, for some reason, I found the hole that you could use it to make a picture of newspaper print, like comics. Endlessly fascinating. I thought that was awesome. At one point, I'm like, this is awesome. I can have, like, portable comic strips and just take them with me. It didn't occur to me that, like, I would only ever have the one comic strip, and then when I folded it over, it would all be gone, of course. So there were some limits to my plan, but... Oh, well, yes, Messiah, that's Xena, and that's JRPG, and... Wait a minute. No, really? Oh, no. How do I... Shoot. I must have missed a freaking lever then. Darn Yeah, she's feral. That's right, you missed. Because you're a purple egg. Alright, I already went over here. Oh. Durr. Okay. I was going the wrong direction. Right. Press the switch and the bridge opens, ribbit. So, switch on, Gribbit. Ribbit. It's out of reach, Ribbit. And you call yourself a frog? Ribbit, Gribbit. Someone's coming, let's scram, Gribbit. That's interesting, Chris. I didn't know that. Yeah, I figured like 65 billion years explains many things. Got one rage band. Wrong thing. I'm gonna say the rage bound sounds pretty awesome. Oh my god, if I do that one more time. Alright. %50 counterattack rate. Wow, really? That's awesome. It's a big drop off in power. I'm gonna do that. Having a 50% counterattack rate is pretty nice. The three of them are almost here. Coming through the sewer like they own it. They must have a death wish. We shall teach them a lesson. Let's show them, hee hee. Just let them come through here. They'll be chopped liver. Ha 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 ha! Hee 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 hee! Oh man, that voice is rough when you're sick. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Ho ho ho! Hee 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 hee! Huh? Oh, it's a carrion crawler. I'll shred ya. Is that a fact? I know, right, Bajora? Hee hee hee, hoo hoo hoo. Ow. Oh! There you go. I know, right, Messiah? That was a boss? That boss was not really difficult. I mean, that one attack was nasty, but... I guess so. I don't know. Got one bolt sword. That was... I mean, not that I'm complaining. Wow, that is not nearly as good. I wonder when I can upgrade her fist. Oh, I see, I see. Aha! I have made the connection. Alright, let me just check something over here. Bop, bop. I mean, apparently, I guess... Whoa, what? Hi. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess so. I mean, I don't think... Like, I certainly have not been grinding in this game at all. I mean, there's been none of that going on, so... I just feel like I came back here at the appropriate time. I mean, you know, I left here when I thought I was supposed to. I don't know. Alright. This is the place that he was talking about. The Keeper's Dome. Oh my god, it's new! New! Please, do not disturb my slumber. Please, do not Shut up, I'll do what I want. Damn it. Oh, really? Oh my god. Alright, doesn't seem to be working yet. I see the crest there. Alright. Let's do it. The pendant shimmers. Huh? To those who open the door. Oh, sorry. Read Lizard King. Wow, really, Thord? I am Balthazar, the Guru of Reason. I once lived in the Kingdom of Zeal. Balthazar is the guy who built the Blackbird airship. A great disaster in Zeal somehow threw me into this era. To my surprise, Lavos exists here, and I suspect in other periods as well. Eons ago, Lavos descended from the heavens, burrowing deep into the world's core. Autocorrect. He began to consume our planet's energy and grow stronger. Lavos disappeared briefly when he was summoned away by a mighty wizard who lived in Guardia in the year 600. In 1999, Lavos claims this area and reigns from high atop Death Peak. Lavos continues to replicate. Like a giant parasite, he is consuming our world. Forced to live here, I continue to conduct research on Lavos. But I am growing old. And it's impossible to keep sane in such trying times. So before I lose it completely, I shall safeguard my data and my ultimate creation. How I long to return home, but I have grown frail. So you who have opened the door, I leave things in your hands. Only by mastering time itself do you stand a chance against Lavos. The odds will be against you, but you are true heroes. The world is in your hands. Open now the last door and take what you find there. My last invention, my wings of time. Is this the part where I put on these wings and all of a sudden it's that part from the Never-Ending Story? Where actually it's just the theme song where he's like flying in the Luck Dragon. Never-ending story. Ha, 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 ha. There we go. Sorry about that. This game is beyond reproach. The pendant shimmers. Oh, that poor... Oh, God, that scene. Messiah was so sad. Atreyu! That was so sad, that scene. What? What is this awesome thing? What the hell is this? The wings of time. I believe I have heard of this device. What this thing? What this thing? More importantly, what do I do with it? The hell would I do with it? Oh. Hello, new. Scared you, didn't I? It's me, Balthazar. I copied my memory into this thing. What do you think? Anyway, there's something I need to explain. Namely, how to transcend time. Let's do the time warp again. Press the Y button for the time gauge. Then use the L and R buttons to select an era. Oh yeah, before you go, why don't you... What? Name my time machine. Oh, we get to name the time machine. That's what you were talking about, Chris. Alright, you guys know the drill. You guys are going to get a chance to name the time machine. God help you if it's not a good one. Alright. Let's see. Let's make this, Okay, if you guys would like to... I know, right? It should be a TARDIS. Time it up. If you guys would like to name this, please type in time it up, please, and you will get a chance to name this item. Please do not enter if you have previously named one of the characters in this game so far, but if you have not, then please feel free to enter. 5-character limit. So you'd have to call it Turdis, T-R-D-I-S, which would be dumb. I called the Oreo. Yeah, what could go wrong with that, Messiah, right? You could just make it an anagram and call it the Dart. Or the Drat. Or call it the Trats. Tupac. That's a good one. Tupac. I like that, Rocket. Chris, if you win, Tupac, that'll be your entry. What's up, Shatter? Hey, name it German. German. I think you do enough abbreviating around here, gentlemen. We've had enough of your abbreviations, sir. The gentleman B. You start sounding like a 13-year-old on Twitter. Just kidding. Love you. Good to see you. It's Tupac secure. It is. That is true. That is true. Now you know the pain of trying to save, make meaningful save game names back in the early 90s on PC. General B. That's probably the best you could do. Nice. Okay, last call, last call. Last call. 16.66667% chance to name this item. All right, TNS. TNS Mephiston is in the cockpit. What's it gonna be, man? Boomer? I'll deal with that. Boomer! Pork Thunder Cake. Boomer, did I get that right? Is that right, TNS? Oh, Kit. Dude, I don't care what anybody says. Back in the day, Kit was badass. I totally wanted a Kit. Yes, Michael. The best Knight Rider show ever. And I went to a friend's birthday party where one of the big selling points was we got to watch the new episode of Knight Rider, was where Kit battled his evil twin Carr, K-A-R-R. It was awesome. Okay. Hop aboard. I know about this. Yes, I know about this. Press the A button to board and get off the device. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's the David Hasselhoff. Let's take off. Oh my gosh, what? So I can just go anywhere? Let's go to the end of time. Xena. Boomer alive? Even in my time, we did not have such devices. Boomer's capable of this? Why would I disembark? Oh, wait. My bad. Nice. Hey. Interesting. So he actually finished the Wings of Time. In fact, gave his life for it. Why not put that device to good use? Take it to the ancient land of magic. Land of magic, huh? Alright. Land of magic. Kung Fury. I do not remember that, no. But Knight Rider was good. The opening to Knight Rider was badass. The opening to Knight Rider is just like, a man who does not exist. This man, Michael Knight. And Devin. It was awesome, man. Not as cool, however, as the best TV show opening ever, which is the opening to Air... Well, I can't say that because the opening to Star Trek is awesome. But from that era, from the 80s era, Airwolf, the opening to the show Airwolf was awesome. It was amazing. Frog's Line is the best. Alright, well I'm gonna see it now, so let's do it. This is temporary. Xena is just sitting there cross-legged. I know, right? I've already been here, but... Oh, so cool. What? I thought you said it had a good line. That line wasn't any good. I am disappointed. I am disappointed. Alright, I don't know where I'm going at this point. I guess just to different places to use the pendant. Like, this thing's pretty awesome, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it now. Where am I going? Middle Ages, present. I still need to stop Lavos, but... try going to the Apocalypse. You said ribbit. AD 1999 at 1:24, data confirmed. Oh, you know what? You're right. Cracked. I noticed that TNS, but I didn't know what that meant. Unable to calculate attack level value. You're right, Cracked. You're exactly right. That's what I have to do. Oh my god. No, we're running away. We are not ready to fight Lavos. Okay. Now I have to remember where I was kicked out from. I think it was actually here that I was kicked out from, so I think I'm in the right spot. Lavos is the Y2K bug. Nice. I hope that thing's got a good security system. The power is sealed. I know, right, Food? The power is sealed, really. Well, maybe I can't do this then. To use the Necronomicon, what the hell is that? Oh, that's the, it's being held there. I wasn't able to get up here before. This is new. I couldn't get up here before when I came here the last time. Hi, what's up? This is Okiri, the village of the Earthbound ones. That should be a little bit different voice. We Earthbound ones lack magical powers. That's why we were banished from Zeal. That's awesome. Can you let me go, please? Many inhabitants of this land were taken to build the Ocean Palace and were never seen again. Wanna buy something? Sure. Okay, now I understand that to a certain extent, this is a function of the fact that, you know, they have to have similar things in stores. But can someone please explain to me how the ones without access to magic are going to sell me my best sword? Can someone explain this to me? Surely there is a reason. There's got to be a reason. I know, right? That's funny, Jen. You know, maybe. I certainly hope so, because it wouldn't make a hell of a lot of difference, a lot of sense otherwise. Alright. Man, that is expensive. Yeah, just is that what it is? That's logical, Thord. I would buy that. That makes sense. Okay. Let's sell some other stuff. Gentlemen, that's funny. Remains a plot hole. Alright, let's try to get a, Okay. Alright. I really wish I could sell... Am I not able to sell accessories? Because that would be really useful if I could sell accessories. It's just irritating that I can't do that. I mean, you know, whatever, like... It's not bad, though. Ah, okay. Good night, Chris. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Just weapons and armor. Alright, well. I'm not going to complain too much, because... The queen put the mammoth machine in the ocean palace to absorb Lavos' energy. Is that safe? She locked the guru of life up on the mountain of woe for opposing her. The situation's hopeless. The Guru of Life said that Sir Janice has stronger powers than even Miss Scala. Janice must be using her and the Queen to get to Lavos. Oh, crap. I wonder when Miss Scala's gonna come and play with us. I feel like every single one of these people is sort of like depressed and downtrodden, so they all have that similar kind of voice. Smacky, it's funny. They really are. Now only the 3 gurus and Miss Scala treat us as equals. Miss Scala, one of the good ones. The beast nest is dangerous. Better stay away, okay? Hi. Spend the night? No. Long ago, the enlightened ones and the earthbound ones lived as one. What, is it Shala? Is it Shala? Is it Shaka Khan? What is it? Is it Shake, Rattle, and Roll? What? I keep waiting for Fred Flintstone to show up here somewhere. Nice. This hole leads to the beast nest. Through the nest you'll reach the place of chains which anchors the mountain of woe. Our hero, the guru of life, rejected the queen's plan, so he was banished to the mountain of woe. Yeah, 1 power tab. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. You. Yeah, think of Poor Gentleman, people. Think of him. I'm gonna go back and save it. Oh, hi. Let's chat. I want to see this Falcon hit. Falcon hit! Okay, that was pretty awesome. That's that counterattack rate. Oh, shoot. Didn't have to lightning him. It's a hard G and I will fight you, mate. Let's discuss how to say GIF. See? It's GIF, it's not GIF. You guys all get all hardcore about your Janus, Janus, Magus, Magus. Meanwhile, is there any discussion for poor GIF? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I want to see how lightning does. That wasn't as effective. Spin kick. That was better. Counterattack. That counterattack is going to be really useful. I can already see it. They need an accessory which allows me to increase accessories. It is JPEG. Yeah, so Voltbite, actually just, Voltbite, charges up Xena with electricity, and then she goes ham on the monster. And I'm not even, like, she almost literally turns them into a piece of ham. At least in my experience. It's ridiculous. It's, I think, the most powerful attack I've found so far, at least against the enemies I was fighting at the time. Now, you know, Falcon Punch was pretty awesome, but oh god. Well, crap. You can't pass through here! Blue Beast, Red Beast, Mud Imp, alright. Don't throw a rock at me. That wasn't that great. Well, actually, it did some damage. Let's try a rock throw. What? Oh my god, that was awesome! Did you guys see that? Oh my god, he just rode... What? Freaking threw it up there. What's up, Slickwise? Oh god, that's right. What is a Voltbite? It is moving with Voltbite, yeah. Voltbite, attack with Voltbite. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Let's try some lightning on these guys. That wasn't that... Oh, God. Alright, I think it's about time. We're gonna rock throw it. This rock throw, man, is ridiculous. Yeah, I see him healing. Let's heal him up. Spin cut. I know, right? That would be useful food. It's true. It's true. Spin cut, not useful. See, I'm out damaging him at the moment. Oh, wait, that was spin cut. All right. Ow. Come on. Ow, come on. I want the heal beam off first. There we go. Falcon hit. Falcon hit works on everybody. Falcon hit on everybody. Oh god, they like X. Oh god, that was bad. Come on, Josie. Come on, Josie. Come on, Josie. Romancina. Ah, back in the day. Yeah, that counterattack, though. Come on. Falcon hit is actually better than Volt Bite because it's not single enemy. So, I forgot that Falcon Bite was both. I mean, that Falcon hit was everybody. Yeah, Blue Beast is dead. Ta-da, your Blue Beast is dead. Blue Beast is dead. Falcon hit. I see you healing him, but 150 per is not keeping up with my 750 damage. Actually, I broke my usual rule, which is always to fight the small guy. Falcon hit. Let's do it up. Falcon hit. Falcon hit. Oh, Falcon hit. Falcon hit. Falcon hit. Falcon, Falcon, Falcon hit. Falcon hit. Falcon hit. Falcon hit. Falcon hit. Falcon hit. I know. Funny that. I'd love to be able to get through this fight without having to use an ether. I mean, I'll do what I have to do, but... Because I think that chain is going to lead me outside, and I'll be able to do shelter and all that stuff up top, so... I may have to use an ether, though. Yes! A critical counterattack. Let's get the, let's do the rock throw, which is almost as dangerous. You guys are tough, these beasts. Alright, Josie, another heal beam from you when you get a chance, please. Beljora. I know, I know. It's criticals. Yes! What you gonna do now? You gonna throw a bunch of rocks at me? You gonna throw rocks at me, big guy? Interesting. So he's got some damage potential. Oh, okay. So you've got to be subject to some kind of damage, huh? Alright, let's try rocket roll, shall we? How about rock throw on you? That's a little better. That 150 damage, though, is a problem. Unless he eventually runs out of magic points. Ah! That did some damage. Oh, shoot. Tackle? Yeah. Haha! Nice. 154 experience, 26 tech, and 2600 gold. Kalen's level up. Josie's level up. Nice. Okay. Now. Should get me outside. Oh, wait. Now I gotta go save it, damn it. Alright. Worth it. Worth it. It's held together by a sparkly magic food. Sparkly magic. The guru on Mount Woe. What is going on? You know, gentlemen, I expect you to be the sort of rational adult one here, and all of a sudden you're Xanos. What's going on? Suddenly Xanos. There's gonna be a save point over here. Wait, he told me to fight these guys. I don't know why. He told me to fight the rubble. I can't use text or items. What? Could have had a good reason. Why exactly am I fighting these things that I can't hit? You rubble scum. Very nice, very nice. Guy looked a little stoned to me. Ooh, level up. Life, that will help. Uzi Punch. Dual Tech Beast Toss. Nice. Alright, let's take a look at some of these. Okay, she used it with Josie. Hurl an enemy. That's good. Bring ally back to life. It is conceivable. It is conceivable, yes. What? Bantam Imp. Ow. Try to coordinate attack, please. It's called stacking damage. I'm sure you've heard of it. Ow. Crimson rain. Chocolate rain. They gave me a lot of XP and tech, yes. I will acknowledge that is true. I know. Thank you for freeing me from the... Oh! Ooh, a load helm, huh? I don't remember if that's better than what I have or not. Let's find out. It is better. Wow, nice. What new developments happen while I was down? Exactly, exactly. All right, let's take on this guy. All right, Rubble. Lock all. Miss. I had mid-tonics too. I would love it if there was a creature in here that you find that's called an OL, like OL. A desperate attempt to abbreviate old into something even smaller. I think that's Barney Rubble. Man. I know, right? Or Bam Bam. Aw. God damn it, he runs away. The hell was that crap? Running away, eh? You yellow bastard. Alright, we'll call it a draw. Oh, it's the Battle of the Bird Imps. Yeah, it's like one of those enemies. I feel like in a lot of these games, they have the one enemy that's kind of like the troll enemy, that if you can defeat them before they run away, they give you like uber amounts of stuff. But in Dragon Warrior, it was Metal Slimes, which I think only had, I forget how much they had as far as hit points were concerned, but they were so hard to hit. Subdivide your healing items, yeah. That's a cool idea, though, actually, TNS. But it would be a lot more min-maxing. Alright, let's do it. I mean, there's nothing really to do other than just attack all the time, because you can't use techs or items. With a critical hit like that would be nice. I feel like, how is it that you miss a big rock? Like, is it his dodging skill? Oh, here we go. That time I beat him. 1,000 experience, 100 tech points, a mid-ether, Xena learns charm, learns dual tech boogie. Okay, I've been hearing about this charm thing. Steal from enemy. Okay, I hated the steal command, because then I'm always worried about not actually fighting but trying to steal stuff. Halts all enemies? What do you mean halts all enemies? Oh, yeah? I think that's right, tokens, yeah. Whoa! Gargoyles. Wow. Those were not difficult. Oh, is that what it is, Jen? Alright, that sounds logical. Ooh. Nice. Ah, I thought it was a mimic. I'm gonna guess that these guys, because of their low hit point totals, do something terrible to you if they hit you, so you just have to kill them as fast as possible. Okay, let's level up. Josie's level up. Love it. Got one barrier, nice. Alright, so that's... Clearly gonna get attacked up here. Yeah. Oh, it's 2 imp guys. Oh, you crazy imps. Are you sure you're getting to the end? Because I've heard something like that, too. I heard something about a story about coming to the end of The Witcher 3, and... there's quite a tale, that tale. Oh yeah, you should probably be able to do it in a few more sessions. Oh, okay, congratulations, Arv, you're halfway through the game. What? Xena's level up. One lapis. Alright, let's see. Oh yes, yes, definitely tokens. It's a rollicking tale, really. It's a tale of people who were naive. It's a tale of a trolly chat and the streamer who loved it. I mean, the truth is that there was not a lot of, like, just in general disposable income. Like, on just sort of a regular basis, you know? Let's get some Falcon Hit in here. And that'll do that. $684 experience points, tech points, 600 gold. The Falcon Hit's pretty damn nice. Oh, really, Chuck? Yes, yes. Somewhat so tokens, yes. Falcon hit. Falcon hit. I counter-attacked you. Falcon hit. Don't do it. Falcon hit. Now I'm gonna fucking hit and gonna make it seem like it's gonna be a tough part for you. Down you go. Ah, it doesn't damage both of them at the same time. Ah. Nice, Shatter. It is GIF with a hard G. That is clearly the case. And extra crispy bacon is the only thing. Yes, I mean, that's 100% accurate. Yeah. What? Yeah, so like I said, Gargoyle is nasty. That's what I thought. I'm extremely pleased that that I defeated him. I had a feeling that those guys had to be more powerful than it seemed like they were. Again, in case you're wondering why I'm using these tonics when they're only doing like 50 per, the reason is because they are cheap and plentiful, and I can use them rather than using my more important items. So, that's basically why. Darn it. Falcon Pun gets Falcon hit. Hey, what's up, Viz? These gargoyles are freaking slow, man. It takes them forever to get their attack off. 164 experience, 24 tech. Got another barrier. I've only used one barrier in the game so far. Up, there we go. I've only used one barrier so far in the game. Against one of the bosses. Azala, I think. And that was actually... I think it was useful. Nice. One more hit like that, please. Yes! Nice job, guys. 1,000 experience, 100 tech points. Kalen's level up. Josie's level up. Nice. Yeah, what's going on, Viz? Good to see you, man. How you been? It has been a while, but that's cool, dude. Good to see you again. Got one lapis. Okay. Who are you? I like how do you guys see how the gargoyles are like booging down? The gargoyles like... You would think that a rock throw... I'm sorry to hear that, Viz, but that's cool. Welcome in, dude. It's cool that you're here is what I mean. Gives you a rock throw on the pebble. I feel like a rock throw on the pebble would be like super effective. Like in Pokemon terms, that thing would be unstoppable, I feel like. Got one full ether, nice. Those are rare. Got one barrier. I don't like these, like, obvious, like, setups for... Oh my god, a man-eater. That sounds terrifying. I'm not even going to mess around with these guys. Falcon hit. Oh god, Blizzard Chaos. That's terrible. Ah, crap. 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 Wow, and they're fast, too. Yeah, that was a waste. Alright, I am not a fan of guys who constantly create chaos. I am not a fan of that at all. At all. At all. Come on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Uzi punch. Please tell me that's a mega punch damage. Yes. Alright. Thank God. One down. Glad I got a lot of these heals. Oh, yeah, this. Oh, dude. Come on. Tremendous. Ow. Yo, you. Please take him out. Nice. Yeah, there's only 2 of you guys now, though. Let's heal everybody. You can do it! Alright. I feel like now we can just, like, do some straight-up attacks on these guys and try to take them out while we can. Nice with a counterattack. That's where I want to do that. Take them out before the chaos can take effect. Nice. Once I got a couple down, I knew it was alright. 1,000 experience points, 24 tech points, 3,000 gold. Xena's level up. Nice. That said, I still don't want to deal with those guys on a regular basis. Actually, it's probably fine. Terribly sorry about last time. God, there's another one of those dudes. What happened last time? I don't even remember. Whatever it was, I don't remember it, so. Let's fight that rubble. You mean like something related to like chaos type of stuff? Yeah, I don't know. It just seems to, I guess, like, developers have the same thought about it all the time, Messiah. What would plants do if they attacked us? I'd actually like to see something that involves, like, a buff plant. You know? Like, some plant that just, like, you know, straight up punches you in the face. I mean, of course, in a game, not in real life. In real life, I do not want to, you know, a plant punching me in the face. I'm just saying. Nice. Got an experience, 100 tech. Nice. Oh my god, these guys. I'm gonna take a risk. Oh, crap. Please take him out. Don't. Okay. Don't. God damn it. Lar. This is a bad combination because the gargoyles can do so much damage to them. Nice with the counterattack and the critical. Nice. Let's get rid of these gargoyles now. I know, I just wanted to water it! Yeah, well, I mean, like, chaos spells, everyone always hates chaos spells. Confusion spells, all that is always a pain in the ass. I mean, at least when you're fighting against it. If you actually use it, it can be very useful. I guess the gargoyles don't always do that down to 1 point tech thing. 154 experience, 30 tech, 1500 gold. Okay, that actually was alright. Oh yeah, I was a huge fan. Got one shelter. Got one shield. What the heck is a shield? In this game, of course. Oh, that's right. 200 hit points for all. Cuts physical hits by a third. Ooh. That could be potentially useful. Save point would be nice. Just saying. Oh, it's the boogie down gargoyles. Boogie down gargoyles. I love the gargoyles like. Want Cactuars to be the next hero class in WoW. Triple Tech Twister. That sounds potentially promising. What the heck is Twister? Trio Whirl Multiple. Okay, that sounds amazing. Whoa, look at that. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Save point. I'm loving it. I got a time hat? Really? What the hell is a time hat? Prevents stop and slow? Okay, that sounds pretty awesome. It's true, TNS. You're like, what? Sometimes I think they just lie, too. Sometimes they come up with a name, I'm like, that's a lie. In fact, I don't think I told you guys this story. So when I was, we heard an interesting story from when we were interviewing Jim Butcher for Speculate, my podcast, and he said that he plays, I forget what it was, he plays some particular, he's a gamer, so he plays different stuff, but he plays one particular MMO, and he had a character called Harry Dresden. And they were like, you can't use that, and that name is copyrighted. And he was like, I wrote him. I own the copyright. He's my character. And they're like, come on. He's like, no, I'm Jim Butcher. They're like, you're not Jim Butcher. And he's like, So he had to actually send them a legally signed document proving that he was Jim Butcher so he could use his own character. They're like, listen, you're not going to do this to Jim Butcher. We understand that. And Jim Butcher's like, I am Jim Butcher. Stop doing that to Jim Butcher, Jim Butcher. It's pretty funny. Whoa. Literally. This big cage? All right. What is happening? Giga Gaia. Oh, God. That was horrifying. What the heck? I haven't even gone yet. Wow. That did a lot of damage. Reviving head with defense arm. Wow. Right? That face is something else. That looks like an enemy out of Mega Man. Doesn't it look like an enemy out of Mega Man? What the hell did he just do? Wait a minute. I just triple twisted him. What the hell did he just do? What the hell did he just do? What? I don't understand. I looked away for a second and it's like, nope, I guess you didn't do that. I'm like, what the? He's really happy to see me, yeah. I'll bet that he is. In fact, I better equip, I'm going to equip this time hat and go back and save it again. Hold on, Smack. Hold on, King Soldier out. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have, I mean, I do have barrier. I have barrier, and I do have barriers. I can get them all with barriers. Problem is, though, if I can't get the barriers up in time, then it's not going to matter. You know, like Like, the guy showed up, and immediately I'm like, hey, what the... I know, right? Should be Mount Woe, as in WHOA. I mean, that Twister did some badass work, don't get me wrong. I obviously have to take down the hands. I've obviously got to take down the hands. Come on. Twister! That's a crazy amount of damage. I just don't know what it means, reviving head with defense arm. Right. There's the two-hand attack. Two-hand attack again. Oh, crap. It may take too long to do that triple twister. I may just have to, like... I love how I can just throw his hand. Nice! Alright, alright, alright. Triple twister, come on! Heal beam, heal beam, heal beam, heal beam, heal beam. Falcon hit, let's do! Falcon hit, Falcon hit, Falcon hit, Falcon hit, Falcon. Because I assume he's going to resurrect his hand somehow, because that's how they do things. Oh, she's like, I can't do that. That's funny. It's like, I'm sorry, I just can't do that. Yep. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. I figured that was gonna happen. I have a disarming personality, yes. I may just triple twister this guy a lot. Lots and lots of triple twisters. Oh, shoot. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yep. Figured as much. Come on, hurry up. Twister, let's do it again. Oh, yeah. Once I got that freaking rhythm going, guys. Triple twister for the freaking win. All about that triple twister. 3,000 experience points, 30 tech points, 3,000 gold. Kaylin's level up, Xena's level up, Josie's level up. Booyah. Yeah, that triple twister is awesome. Oh, it's Melchior! Melchior? Indeed, I am Melchior. Have we met before? More importantly, can you tell me anything about the Ocean Palace? Thanks, Tokens. Yeah, it was the... You know, once I got the rhythm, all I had to do was keep him alive long enough to knock the hands out. And once I knocked the hands out, then he couldn't do any damage to me with just the head, so... I see. The Queen is degenerated to that degree. The more energy the Mammon machine absorbs, the further the Queen degenerates. Her spirit has been stolen by the infamous immortal, Lavos. We must flee. The seal has been broken. The mountain will collapse. Elder, the mountain of woe is about to crumble. I know, right? Mommy, the mountain's gonna fall. Uh-oh. Oh, the mountain. Oh no, the mountain! That might leave a mark. I'm just small little mark. Lavos sleeps deep underground while consuming the energy of this planet. If the Mammon machine is brought closer to him, he may awaken. We must hurry before it's too late. Elder, Scala is here. What? Scala's here. I got a little stereo effect going on my headphones. Miss Scala, why have you come to such a miserable place? Stop degrading yourselves. We enlightened ones are once the same as you. The only difference is that we are under Lavos' control. What a filthy hovel. Melchior, after the Mountain of Woe fell, I thought I would find you here. Is it safe for you to leave the palace? That no longer matters. The Ocean Palace is now operational. Then all is lost. But without me, the Meme machine won't work. I have turned my back on that evil device. I've kept the skyway open. Hurry. You must stop my mother. Oh, gosh. Why don't we keep it right there? This bastard. Dalton! Tisk tisk, my dear. Your presence is required elsewhere. Dalton, leave her alone. Ah, the geezer speaks. Silence, old man. Ha-ha! Ow! Arg, whoa, hey! You'll come to the Ocean Palace with me. Do anything funny in Scala's dust. Got it? Scala! The Queen's children all seem to have a problem with authority, don't they? Stay back. The life of this woman means nothing to me. Shall we get going, Scala, dear? Your mother awaits. This guy's a punk. And also he does the whole, like, Superman thing too much. Well, great job, guys. Mr. Melchior. I'm alright. But we must save Scala or else. Impossible. Even though it's coming from you, Melchior. If the Queen is allowed to fulfill her scheme, all life as we know it is doomed. Yeah, stay back. This woman's life means nothing to me. Except that I do actually need to, you know, make it happen. You're willing to challenge the Queen? Yes, I am. You've done so much for us, and I don't even know your names. Gramps used red stone. Help Kaylin. Now Xena help you. What are you talking about? Kaylin, let us hurry. Wait, take this with you. It's made from the same red stone as the Mammon machine. With it, you can destroy the machine. What'd I just get? Got a ruby knife. Nice. Done so much for us, and I don't even know your names. Alright. Skull has been abducted, but without sorcery, we can't do a thing. Alright. First order of business is to freaking save this. There we go. I had a friend who liked Rage Against the Machine, except that he said he had a hard time taking a band seriously, that their call for social justice was, yeah, can I get a yo for social justice? He was always like, Rage was not always the most nuanced of bands. He said it all from love, though, I mean... Nice. I need to buy things from you, sir. Yes, I do. First of all, I need to sell some stuff. Okay, Megaton arm. Flash mail would help. Alright, let's equip that. Can I get a yo for justice? Can I get a yo for justice? Nice. And Megaton arm. That's a pretty sizable upgrade, actually. Alright, now let's see if I can sell some stuff to this guy again. Yes, I do. Lasso, yo. I love selling something which I know he's never going to use again because no one else in the party is going to use it either. With this, I'm always like, well, I could save it for the other people, but it's like, no. Alright, that's fine for you, that's fine for you, that's fine for you. That's fine for you. You could use flash mail, though. Oh, I almost have enough to get that glow helm. Although, actually... that wouldn't actually be better for any of them, so let me just equip that. Alright, let me sell this to him. And we'll check all the whole tonics business. Okay. Back up to 30. And that's pretty good. Alright, cool. Hey, you want to buy a Doomfinger? Just go kill Lavos. Let's wrap this up. Ken, you gotta face the queen first. I imagine at the moment if I went against Lavos, I'd still I'd get owned. I would get WTF pwned is what would happen to me. Fairly confident. Whoops. lies beyond. Are you saying anything different now? Scala, Scala, Scala. Have to get the dog ending. What if they play Gwent in the Earthbound Village? Oh man, evil. Evil Thorg. Te evil. I think she said that she had the Skyway open, if I'm not mistaken. So I should be okay to get in here now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Interesting that once they capture, they didn't immediately, like, shut the Skyway down again. Now I imagine everyone is going to be against me and going to be trying to take me out and stuff. They named it Boomer. That was TNS Mephiston's contribution. Boomer. Typically, they have to use this Skyway to get from island to island. You'd think the people up top would never want to leave their island paradise. Why would they ever want to go down here? I can get, probably won't be able to, but gotta get to that Ocean Palace for one thing. Alright, so still gotta go to the Ocean Palace. You can mock them up from there. Oh, interesting. Well, maybe. Yeah, maybe tokens. But the thing is, like, the Skyway seems like it's the main sort of mode of transport between islands. And it's not really a Skyway. It's like, you know, a land bridge to the next spot up way, you know? No, shoot. Ah. Cheeseburger in paradise. I've actually eaten at a cheeseburger in paradise. Hello? Phooey. Why is the Prophet allowed inside while I'm stuck with guard duty? Ha! There you are. I let the Prophet going knowing he'd mess up sooner or later. But I've no use for you anymore. Is that what it is, Bojora? Alright, Superman. Your history! Iron Orb, ah! Go ahead, try and attack. Let's see if that did any good waiting for him to do that. Sky thingy to teleport you up in the sky. Darn. Burp. What? Nice. Got 1,000 experience points, 30 tech points, 2,500 gold. Kalen learns Confuse. Ah. No. I'm going to be immortal. I can't be beaten now. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Baklava? Haha, you raid. Nice, dude. Thanks for the raid. What's up, Baklava? How you doing, man? Man, that Twister uses a lot of points. I'm going down, by the way, to, I'm going to use a shelter to regenerate. I just didn't want to take any chances in case I got, ambushed here. Didn't want to take any chances, just in case. Yeah, thank Aklaba. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? You spread the love as always. Yeah, man. That's what I like to hear, dude. Welcome in. No, darn it. Since he was kind enough to do that, could somebody... There we go. Could somebody be so kind as to do an exclamation point so Aklaba, please? That would be lovely. Let's go here. Ocean Palace, here we come. Thank you, gent. Ooh. Super powerful palace. Wow. What's that music? The black energy grows. Something scary is waking up. Scala, raise the power of the memo machine to its limit. Scala, you dare to disobey me. All right, Mother. Oh, what bright splendor. The incredible power of Lavos. Ah. Might as well save it, having just seen that. I know, right? She's like, alright. I'd be like, really? God damn it. Scouter. Alright, so it looks like they've got about 300, roughly 300 hit points, I would say. 100, 183, 263, 363. Yeah, so 300, 350, something like that. Well, listen, you could have both, okay? I mean, let's be honest. Cheese and Love got one Rune Blade. It's like saying you got one Excalibur. Oh yeah, you got a Rune Blade. I bet that's only for Gorf, though. Magic +4, that's what I thought. Yeah, see, he's not using Masamune, so without that, there's no reason to use that. I like that one. Ah. Thought I had a shot. Screw around my beer. Hey, what's up, Lakota Warrior? Lakota, how you doing, man? What's up, man? My love eats all my cheese. Cheese is awfully good, man. It is hard to defeat cheese as an awesome food. Nice. 468 experience points, 16 tech points, 500 gold. Got one Eon suit. So many awesome, like, armor and weapons and stuff. That's considerable boost. Nice, nice. Game's good, man. Excuse me. Yeah, game's definitely good. I am enjoying it. There's a lot of good stuff to it. Ah. Taking out that mage first. There we go. I don't know if that's confuse or blind. Not sure what that is. What were you playing today, Akaba? What was keeping the crew entertained on your channel? Okay. 790 experience, 24 tech points, 1,000 gold, another lapis. Learns area bomb. What the hell is area bomb? Oh, it's Josie. Josie's bomb has got it going on. Damage enemy with melt beam. Got one Eon helm. Man. You know what? It's too tempting to try to get a full set of the Aeon stuff. So I'm going to put the time hat on him. Oh, hi. Triple Twister, ha 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 ha. Whoa. Did a lot of damage to one. Barghest shield destroyed. I'll bet it is. That Triple Twister is awfully nice. Kaylin's level up. Josie's level up. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Everything in this game sounds radical. Food, I mean, like, am I wrong? Am I wrong to love it? Is it so wrong to love this? Is it so wrong to love that triple twister? Please tell me there's a save out here. Yes. Well, Messiah is a she, though, Viz. She wants to assimilate your country. Belgium, listen. If Messiah ever gives you a hard time, just ask her which one in World War II who resisted a little bit faster. And if the answer was Belgium, then... Much love for France, but, you know, Belgium maybe, you know, just kind of... Belgium kind of held their own in the war, I'm just saying. Oh, wait, sorry, I missed this. Hold on. I missed this. What, Aklaba? Oh, you're playing Counter-Strike Go during arms race, having some semblance of anger management. Working on being able to play shooters again on cast without exploding into a rage-induced froth. Yes, I understand that. I'm going to have to agree with Beljour that waffles are better than French toast, although, I'm going to say this right now. I love waffles, but cinnamon French toast without raisins, screw that. Cinnamon French toast is badass. I think we can all agree on that. I think we can all agree that cinnamon French toast is amazing. Yeah, I used to be able to make crepes. I should get back into doing that again. It's been a long time. Crepes are very good. No. Damn it. Ow. There we go. Now you can proceed. Hey, what's up, Glog? How you doing, man? No, I'm telling you right now, for me it goes waffles is greater than pancakes is greater than French toast. But that's not saying, that just means that waffles are that much, are so amazing. Like, I love French toast and I love pancakes, don't get me wrong. So it's like, if I say waffles are better than pancakes are better than French toast, like, all of those three are better than, like, much of all food. So it's like, they're like, all up in the top three ever, you know? Don't blame waffles on being cool, Messiah on being cool. It's cake for breakfast. They're all good. I mean, listen, Star Sword. Sounds awesome. It is awesome. Wow, look at that boost. Wow, that's a 19-point boost. That's pretty damn impressive. It's eggy bread. Yeah, man. I mean, look. You know, like I say, waffles are amazing, but pancakes and French toast are up there. Now, the only thing I'll say about pancakes, French toast, and all that stuff is that, like, really doughy pancakes. You don't talk about, like the pancakes, not pancakes that are... Hold on a second. I went the completely wrong way. Looked out, though. So, pancakes are amazing, but the really, like, dense like, here are the pancakes I don't like. Super fluffy pancakes I love, right? Light, fluffy pancakes are amazing. But pancakes that are kind of dense, that absorb the syrup, so you don't even know if there is syrup there, it's just like a freaking doughy mess, I'm not down with that. The benefit of waffles is that because there's air sort of baked right into it, it kind of allows, it prevents the syrup from being so absorbed that you're just tasting like a globby mess. So there is that. Pancakes have a little bit higher range, right? They're a little bit more variable. It's kind of hard to screw up waffles. I mean, I've had waffles that are not so good, but it's hard to really make them terrible. I mean, and I've had some pretty terrible pancakes. Arcades, you bite your tongue. Raisins on French toast. Here's the thing also about raisins. Why would you add something... Like, most people love cinnamon buns, right? Lots of people do. If you don't, there's something wrong. No, it's okay. Lots of people love, like, cinnamon buns, cakes, different kinds of things. They'll like it whether or not there's a raisin in it. Even if you're someone who happens to like raisins, it's not like you're going to dislike something with raisins in it. So if you're trying to reach the maximum number of people, why wouldn't you always just make cinnamon buns without raisins? Because you know that people without raisins, people who love raisins, will still like it, and people who don't like raisins will obviously like it. As opposed to dropping a bunch of these aged grapes that didn't make the cut into the middle of the batter and then being like, oh, some people don't like this? Like, no. Yeah. Average waffle is greater than average pancake. No, I've seen that, Viz. I've seen that. It just used to drive me nuts, man. They'd be like, oh, cinnamon bun. I'm like, great. And then I'm like, ugh. And then you get the stupid comment, you can pick out the raisins. Have you ever, excuse me. Have you ever tried, I'm still getting over cold, sorry. Have you ever tried to pick out raisins from a freaking cinnamon bun? The ones that, like, wrap around and around and around. So you're, like, picking at pieces to, like, get the raisins out. And eventually you do all of that and you've just got some freaking assemblage of dough and sugar on your plate. And it's like, ugh. Blah. Let me see this. Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's amazing. No, for sure. For sure, Viz. That's amazing, but... here's the question, Viz. If you get a Belgian waffle like that, I've noticed in some places they're like, oh, this is the way that you actually eat a particular food, and then they give you, like, one sample of it. So they're like, here, have this, and you're like, oh, thanks, it's like the size of this. And you're like, oh, is there more? And then they kind of look at you weird. So if I had that Belgian waffle, and I was like, this is awesome, would I be allowed to have a second Belgian waffle, or would you be like, oh, you stupid Americans always trying to have, like, 5 Belgian waffles? That would be the only thing that would worry me. I think I already did that. Carlin S. style raisin red. Racism. I mean, look, if you just objectively looked at it and said, all right, you know, here's some raisins, and if you didn't know anything about it, right, and you just looked at them, wouldn't you look at it and go, obviously I'm not supposed to eat this? Like, if you came across some of this stuff, wouldn't you come across it and go, I clearly am not supposed to eat raisins? Like, I understand this is what we do and whatever, and, like, it's a whole raisin conspiracy. I get it. But, like, why would you even try to eat raisins if there wasn't somebody telling you, like, hey, raisins are good for you? Like, it's like okra. Like, if you looked at okra and someone was like, you know what's awesome to eat is okra, you'd be like, okay, you kind of... But if you saw okra, you'd be like, wow, that looks like a horrible mutant plant that will probably grow in my insides if I eat it. I'm not going to have okra. Can remove the raisins. Raisin conspiracy. Here's the thing. I don't even... Oh my god, sleep. I don't necessarily even mind raisins by themselves, but don't put them in my freaking cakes, my cinnamon buns. Listen, do I walk into the middle of, like, a bowl of raisins and drop a cinnamon bun on it? No. If someone's sitting there eating raisins, am I like, hey, you know what would make that better? Cinnamon bun, squash, just put it on top of it? No, because that's rude. People have raisins because they like raisins. That's great. You can have your raisins there. Don't put it in my freaking cinnamon bun. I'll sit here enjoying my delicious cinnamon bun, and you can sit there enjoying your old, aged, ancient, failed to become actual grapes that you like to call fruits. Yeah, raisins are really dangerous to dogs, yeah. Gentlemen, dude, okra, listen. I've heard this whole deep-fried okra nonsense before. The bottom line is, as soon as you get through that delicious, delicious deep-fry coating, you've still got to eat through okra. You know, it's like putting the shell of a Lamborghini over a freaking 1978 Pinto. The bottom line is, when you get through the door of that awesome, amazing Lamborghini, you still got to drive the goddamn Pinto. When you eat the deep fry, you still got to eat okra. That's the problem. There you go, Aklaba. See, that's right. I know, 10,000 hearts. Drop a cinnamon bun in my tub of raisins anytime. See? Okay, if that... Shatter. I can't believe we're on this discussion. Shatter, if that's true, that I can do that, alright? If that's true, I want to make this point. If you don't mind me dropping a cinnamon bun on top of your raisins, okay? Then that implies that you would like a cinnamon bun even without raisins, right? Like, if you had a cinnamon bun, you might be like, oh, it would be cool if there were raisins too, but you wouldn't be like, what is this disgusting filth called a cinnamon bun? Whereas, if I eat a cinnamon bun and there's raisins inside it, I am going to be like, what is this disgusting filth sitting inside my cinnamon bun? So that's why, to get the maximum number of people, cinnamon bun. And by the way, for more talk like this, for more real raisin talk, make sure to follow the channel and make sure to support the Patreon. If you want more discussion just like this. It's been a good 2 years, Spyhar. No, gentlemen, no! Don't leave because of fried okra. No! Oh, nice, nice, Viz. Nice. Nice. Well, I was thinking about it, like, a lot of good food, a lot of food that people really like. For real raisin talk, follow the channel. A lot of the food that people like is really kind of failed food. Right? Like, think about sour cream. Right? Like, sour cream is basically failed food. Sour cream is cream that literally went sour. And then people were like, ah, it won't kill you if you eat it. So it's actually good to eat. Support the channel at the raisins. I ran under protest. I mean, okay, so you genuinely like the okra. Jet, you genuinely like the okra underneath the frying food. Like, you really dig that. Really? I mean, I'll believe you. If you say that you love it, I believe you. I mean, you know, certainly I respect your opinion about things, but I don't know, man. Where does this go to? Is Shockwave one of... that's what it is. Wow. Random chaos. That's pretty awesome. No, I do like sour cream. I do like sour cream. I'm just making the point that... some people do not like... You know, some people like sour cream even though it's really failed food. What the hell is this? This looks like a deeply troubling failed... Like, what? What? Where? Who? Let's go on that way. That's true. Now, see, I know somebody, I like sour cream. Shatter, I have to say, I do like, I have heard a lot of people who've talked about liking grits, and I really don't have much of an opinion about it because I haven't really tried grits. Like, I mean, I had grits once, I think, and I don't remember it. I don't know. What the hell? Can I not get... Oh, there we go. Got one demon hit. Two-time hit for magic enemies. Really? It's less magic, but... might be worth it. I've never heard of Goetta. Sometimes pickles I like. That's right, that's right. Hey, what's up, Shadow Mage? What's up, man? How you doing, Shadowed? What's up, Brown Sum? Diabetes on a plate. I also happen to like, I think I'll get us something else, Nice Shatter. I have to say, my mom sometimes, when I was growing up, would make this hot cereal called Wheatina. And it was always super disappointing because instead of Wheatina, what I would have preferred to have had, and this was a common thing, what I would have preferred to have instead of Wheatina was, hold on a second. Go around the other side, maybe. Was cream of wheat. Now, cream of wheat, when it's done right, cream of wheat is solid. Cream of wheat is really good. Wheatina, though, I'm sorry, Wheatina is not getting it done. Wheatina is solid. I mean, cream of wheat is solid. Wheatina, eh. No. They're two different things. Yeah. Like Wheatina is very gritty and textured, and it's like they just took a bunch of wheat and they just threw it into a freaking, I don't know. Damn it. It was disappointing, I'll just say that. Cream of bootleg. But see, I feel like cream of wheat is smoother, though, from what I understand. I mean, again, I don't know, but I thought that cream of wheat was smoother than grits. I've actually got to go save, by the way. I'm gonna have to go save it here. What is fake Kinder Eggs? Kinder Egg? What is that? I don't know what that is. And I like oatmeal, but I have to say, I find oatmeal a lot of times to be very, like, very kind of bland. Like, I don't know. I want to like oatmeal more than I do. But too often, I mean, like, it's okay. I don't hate it, but I find too often that I'm like, oh, oatmeal, and I'm like, eh. I'm just not really, like, wowed by it. I don't even know what a Kinder Egg is. What is a Kinder Egg? Is it a kind of an egg? Hey-oh. What is a Kinder Egg? I have no idea what that is. It's a chocolate egg? Well, tell me more about this awesome sounding chocolate egg called a Kinder Egg. Got one Kaiser arm. Nice. Cream oatmeal with cinnamon and raisins. See, around some... Look. Cream oatmeal, yes. Cinnamon, absolutely. Raisins, what? You were going so well, and then you're just like, now, death. Like... It's a crappy, shitty chocolate shaped in a hollow egg with a shitty toy. Oh, so it's like... Okay, so it's like the chocolate egg equivalent of a Happy Meal. It's basically like a Happy Meal is what you guys are saying. It's like a portable, really cheap Happy Meal. Around Easter time, you get a lot of really crappy chocolate, by the way. A lot of crappy chocolate. I'm playing the game. What are you talking about, Thorg? I'm playing the game. Wait a second. Before I go to the obvious death trap. And that's the other side of that room. Okay. Okay, cool. So I actually went the right way. I got you. Yeah, like when they banned lawn jarts. Oh, you guys almost... I almost forgot to tell you that story. I gotta tell you this really funny game story, which I'll tell you about in a minute. After this fight, though. Nice. Now you may proceed. I don't know, man. I like chocolate quite a bit. I feel like bad chocolate, though. Bad chocolate is almost, it's just so disappointing because you're expecting something awesome and then you're like, oh, that was really lousy chocolate. And sometimes I find like the super fancy chocolate is not necessarily my jam either. It kind of depends. I see how it is. So that's a Kinder Surprise egg. Okay. So it's like Cracker Jacks, except in a chocolate egg. Go to Canada. You know, it's all about it's all about Canada, man. All right. So before I go into face what is closing in on the boss room, I think here, Ocean Palace has been kind of interesting. I want to bring up this story. So I want to tell you guys a quick story here because I think you'll find it funny. Has anyone heard of the game Journey of Light? You guys heard about the game Journey of Light? I just read about this today. In fact, I'm going to double check. I'm going to double check to make sure because I think I saved. I have if you guys do not do this, I actually have. I subscribe to the ECA, Entertainment Consumers Association newsletter. So basically once a day, I get an email from them with like some headlines, and I've actually found some really good information, like the story-based game. Oh God. Elegy for a Dead World. I found on this particular thing. So. Great game. Oh, you just read about this today. Yes, Thor. Yes. Yes. Journey of the Light. So the story is that this guy, this developer, claimed that he had created a game which was the most difficult puzzle game on Steam. And it was apparently greenlit and it was available to everybody and great, right? So that's what he claimed anyway. So, okay, so that's fine. So he does what he does. My headphones seem weird. Strange. Anyway, so and he says it's like the most difficult puzzle game, and people buy it, and for a while they're giving him credit. They're like, yeah, wow, this is really hard. And then people start to compare notes because people take many, many hours, apparently in some cases hundreds of hours, and can find no way whatsoever to solve a particular puzzle in the first level. They can't get out of the first level. So they're like, wow, this is a really hard game. And then as they start to compare notes, they're like, wait a minute. So you did this, 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 and this. And eventually they figure out that with every conceivable algorithm that exists, there was no way to get through the first level. So then people started to get suspicious. They started asking the developer. He was like, oh, well, it's just really hard, blah, 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 blah. Eventually someone gets really suspicious and decompiles the code and discovers that there is no second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, or eighth level. This is a one-level game with an unsolvable level. Why? Because if you got past the first level, you'd be screwed. The guy who designed it would be screwed because there's no way that there's the rest of the game. So they begin to accuse this guy of this, and he attacks back. He's like, I've been really sick. I haven't been able to do this. It was because of a bug fix that didn't work. At one point, he says, I've been sick. If you don't believe me, I'll post something on my Twitter. And he posts something which looks like, and here's where it starts getting really funny. He posts something which looks like a picture of like an eye, which has been like hit by something like a skateboarding eye or something like that. Except that it looks very much like a young boy's eye, like maybe 12, 13, something like that. So people start thinking, well, maybe this is like a 13-year-old who's the developer for this. And then they're like, no, it's actually the father, because the father's son developed some small, cheap little indie game, but the father was supposedly also a developer who's in his mid-30s. Then they show an interview with this guy where the guy is asked questions about code and answers them in such a way that it's clear he knows nothing whatsoever about code. He's like, oh, well, I don't use a particular code. Really, they're all really good in their own way, blah, 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 evade, right? And so what he's left with, hey, what's up, Kill? No, you're not. I haven't finished yet. I'm just telling this story. So what you're left with is the situation where you have a guy who basically is trying to deflect. At one point, he says to everyone that if you're decompiling my game, that's a violation of the law and it's against team, this and that and the other. And everyone's like, except that you have a game that's false, so you've created fraud. And so today, apparently, Valve stepped in and said that they would issue a refund to anyone who would purchase the game without asking questions. And apparently the game was still up for sale as a couple of hours ago. But as I started to read about it, I'm like, wow, this is a scam to beat all scams. It's a puzzle game so difficult that you can never get past the first level, and therefore there is no need to design any other levels ever. I just, something about that really cracked me up. Like the fact, like the sort of the, you know, the subterfuge. Actually, you're doing something illegal by doing this. Look, I'll post something to my Twitter that shows that I'm injured. Oh, actually, that's not me. That's my kid. Well, actually, it's not really my kid. It's me. Like, maybe the fact that the father didn't know any code means that the kid knew the code, so he programmed the, I mean, yeah. So I'm telling you what, man. Journey of the Light, $5. Which is not a lot of money, but fraud is fraud, and it's $5 for something which is literally a 1/8 complete game. So now the theory is that he's desperately trying to stall for time while he tries to program a bunch of other crappy levels and then can release it and pretend that it was just like some patching issue. So I don't know, but it could, yeah, Lord Cress. You know what I'm talking about. That's his name. Yeah, Lord Cress. I read about it today, and I'm like, wow, that's a piece of work. Oh, I mean, I'm sure that, I mean, in a single-player game, I suspect that's not likely to be true. Let's fight that mage. Puzzle is to hack into the game and beat it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You know what? I'll tell you what, Clog. You can make a good argument that the whole Steam refund thing is what made the Arkham Knight thing possible. When they pulled that game off, you could argue the reason they did that is because of the whole Steam refund thing. So for sure. Kill, I am probably casting for another, probably about a half hour. 15 minutes to a half hour, I would say. New first episode 1 of Reboot. Actually, what it is like it's actually a secret attention-getting device. If you get all the way through it, it opens up Half-Life 3. You get all the way through it, and suddenly Half-Life 3. One sonic arrow, but I know who that's for. Yep. Half-Life confirmed. I'm telling you, man. You laugh, but that's the way listen, when Half-Life 3 shows up, and there will be a day when it does. When Half-Life 3 shows up, it's going to be something like that. He ran with it. Yeah. But, I mean, what Glog says is true, though. Like, you know, don't be a scammer. The other thing is, too, that, like, not for nothing, but, I mean... Okay, good. I really did think the kid, it sounded like it was a 13-year-old. Like, it really did sound like that. Whoops. Crap. Well, crap. Take out that mage first. Kobayashi Maru, right? Yeah, definitely Thor. Tell you, man. Don't forget, you know, every so often, guys, every so often when you're on Twitter, if you can just throw in a little hashtag, who are the Arvanauts, and maybe at me, at, you know, my Twitter handle, if you can, at Gregory A. Wilson there, if you can do that every so often, that'd be pretty awesome. Just once in a while, you got nothing to do, you're waiting at the DMV or something, you know, you're waiting in line at the supermarket, just a little hashtag, who are the Arvanauts, you know, once in a while. Be appreciated. Don't be a scammer. Right, right, exactly, tokens. At some point, you're like playing your game and people are looking at those stupid Steam cards, right? And at some point, you know, like you look at them and all of a sudden you see one that says HL3 and you're like, what if I trade this? And all of a sudden your whole Steam display dissolves and all of a sudden Half-Life 3 just rises up and you're like... And then the best part would be like, the first part of the level is there, so you like run out, you know, like Gordon Freeman, you're like running out as like Half-Life 3, and you're like, yes! And you're like shooting some creatures in the air, and you run out into the arena, and then it's like, just kidding, and it brings you back to your Steam-Iter, like, the people are just like, flipping tables all over the place. That was the best, man. Exactly, we're like the Illuminati, except we work for the forces of good. We're like in the Forgotten Realms, we're like the Harpers. We're like the Harpers, we're like a secret organization, man. We're all about that secret organization. Yay, thanks, Shatter. Who are the Argonauts? Thanks, dude. So it means I should be able to go around the outside. Wait a second. Let's save it first. And then come back. Save it and then come back. Your D character's a Harper? Nice. We need a secret handshake. Well, I mean, and Glog, isn't that why they said that they didn't want to do it? Isn't that exactly why they said they didn't want to do it? Because they said they couldn't handle the freaking, I guess the reaction to the Mass Effect 3 ending freaked them out, and they're like, we're never gonna... Except, I still don't believe it. I still think at some point they're gonna do it because there's just too much money. There's too much money in it not to. There's too much money in it. Eventually, they're gonna try again. Oh, god damn it. I have to fight these guys again, really? That's annoying. No. The Argonauts would be neutral good. The Argonauts would be neutral good. Listen, if it takes order, or if it takes chaos, it takes what it takes as long as good is done. So we're the types that, like, if an oppressive government was, like, destroying our people, we would stand up against those. But if we were people who were watching a bunch of anarchists being like, whatever, man, get out of my property, I want to do what I want, we'd be like, shut up, and we'd establish order so that poor people don't get hurt. Neutral good, man. Duke Nukem Forever scenario. More saves! More saves! My lemon is ambivalent. Oh, yeah, I agree with you on that. But it's hard, right, Glog? It's like, they all want to kind of push the... Sorry. They all want to push the envelope. You know, they want people to talk about how awesome freaking their game is going to be. But they don't want it, because then they can't hang together with those expectations. I know that. Damn it. Thorg. Racism. Exactly. Wait, what the hell? I don't understand what I just opened. I obviously opened something. I have no idea what. What did I open? Alright, I'm going to fight everything here and see if I can figure out what's going on, because I don't understand why. It would definitely be interesting. Wow, you're going to punch me in the face, huh? You think that's an effective strategy, Mage? Yeah. Would someone mind grabbing that bot and banishing them to the Nether Realms? Thank y'all. Second one of those we've had tonight. I feel very special. Alright, so I did that, but what good does that do me? Alright, let's fight them all. Looks like he's setting up a rave. Well, honestly though, from what I understand, Glog, I mean, they're calling it Mass Effect just because of the brand, but it is a different story, totally. It's not going to involve Shepard or anything like that. I'm okay with that. I mean, like, that's almost like, you know, it's like the world of Mass Effect. It doesn't have to be the same story. I mean, you know, it was such a big success that they want people to be in the same kind of environment, you know. So I'm okay with that, as long as they don't try to go back to the Shepard story. Because they did put a period to that sentence. That's the end of that. It would be cool if, like, they found some reference to Shepard or something like that. That'd be cool, but Shepard's story is finito, as far as I'm concerned. Nice, Shadow. Alright, so this is the last one of these guys that I have to defeat, and I don't know whether I'm in the right place even, but I mean, I triggered something when I went into this room. Is this a video that probably it would be better that we avoid, Messiah? Mass Effect solid. Assassin's Creed is also a universe. Yeah. And I think that fits. You know, I think, like, so that sort of makes the point, right? I mean, I think that works. I hear you, Yakuba. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see. Well, I guess... as the kids do say, haters gonna hate, right? I mean, there's gonna be some things where they're just gonna be mad about stuff. What? I don't get it. What is this? I don't understand, game. I mean, I triggered something. I just don't know what it was. Let me fight you guys, too. Fight all y'all. Let's go. Fight all of you. Oh, God, yeah, Glob. Listen, I'm telling you right now, after my experience of playing The Witcher... it was sort of made clear to me how ridiculous the whole fetch questy thing was in Inquisition. That, yeah, no more fetch quest stuff. Yeah. Alright, so... I think I completely cleared out this room. I stood on that. Maybe it opened up something in the other room? I hope. Ah! Hi. Oh well. Too much to hope for. Oh my god, it's some ninja... It's freaking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle guy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Eggplant, guys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Eggplant. Teenage Mutant Ninja Eggplant. Teenage Mutant Ninja Eggplant. Heroes in a purple shell. Purple power. There you go. This fight should be done right now. Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, I was thinking about it like, Glog, I mean, in series that people write, you know, like I have the Grey Assassin series, the Grey Assassin trilogy that I'm starting next year, with Grey Shade as the first book, and the second book is called Renegade the year after. The third book is not really have a title yet. That's the year after that. But, you know, that's a 3-book arc, and that's probably going to be it. Like, I mean, would I tell a short story with that guy in that universe? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I could see that. But probably I would not revisit that story necessarily. Oh, my God, what? What the hell? Wow. Yeah, yeah. I agree with that, Club. Well, God damn it. You know what this calls for? Come on. What? Screw you, I can't use my techniques. I was about to throw a triple twister on you, too. Bastards, fine. Now I'll just take you out normally. Take you out by punching you in the face. Well, yeah, for sure, Chuck, for sure. 1280 experience points, 32 tech points, 1600 gold. System Shock? You mean like, so you mean like System Shock 3? Because I thought a lot of people like System Shock, don't they? Am I crazy about that? I thought a lot of people love System Shock. What the... I'm just going to sit here for a moment and let you guys enjoy. This is how these guys train. This is how these guys train. Check it out. They did, Tokens, they did. Your thoughts, guys. Thank you for the host, Bounding Gray. The new Baldur's Gate. Yeah, the Baldur's Gate's like in the middle of the others. I know that's... I mean, I'm looking forward to checking it out, but it's kind of strange chronologically. We end up having to fight all of them? That's interesting. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, that wasn't that bad. I have a much better version of that, but I'm not going to waste it on you guys, so... Flying purple people eaters. Yeah, System Shock 3. If they do more damage if there's more of them involved. Like, I don't remember if the first one was 3 of them or just 2 of them. Stop it, Teenage Mutant Ninja Eggplant. It's like a combination of Teenage Mutant Ninja Implant and like Vega from Street Fighter. 1272 experience, 32 tech, 1000 gold. Kaylin's level up, Jose's level up. Again, my use of tonics. Saving the good stuff for later. Yeah, which is understandable, Thor. Wait, what was this now? Steam isn't going to go off and screw up the cast if you were to do something. Oh, no. It would just pop up like a Steam window. If that's what if you're talking about doing something on Steam, it would just pop up a Steam window. That's all. Thank you for thinking about me, though. I'm thinking about the stream. No, it'll be fine. Yeah. I was trying to think if there's a good example of a rail shooter. You know, the other day that came up, someone was talking about rail shooters. I was trying to think of it. There's got to be a good example somewhere of a good rail shooter. What the flippin'? Ah, damn it. Come on. Alright, here we go. This is how you actually do this. This is how you do your little multiple thing, guys. Prepare to have a seat. Good night, everybody. Good night, Irene. 1366 experience, 32 tech, 2200 gold. Xena's level up. Oh, thanks, dude. Hold on 1 second. So I was just given by the wonderful Aklaba Deus Ex Game of the Year Edition. Great game. I have played that already, so I'm going to give that away, Aklaba. Thanks, dude. That is very kind of you.